Greetings, greetings, greetings. All right, so blessed love, everybody. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Another beautiful Sunday evening when we are live on the block. Daniel Richards, big up yourself. Let's who is the first online this evening. Well, at least Angela Grant is online. She's been on from 7:26. She's been on 4 minutes before we went live, right? Blessings on you, Angela. Good to have you. Magnus, my brother, over there in ATL. Big up yourself. Big Steve, Pamela Lodge, Michelle. Who else we got there? Devon. Yes, sir. Sharon. Big up yourself. Shanti from the old school. For those of you who don't know, Shanti is part of the foundation, members of the Chopping Block. You know? Angie, Beverly, Diana, big up yourself. Fitzroy Brooks, how you doing? Cleve, what's going on, man? Lorraine Mason, good evening to you. How are you, Lorraine? Good. We're going to bring Lorraine on, you know. We're going to bring Lorraine on to talk a little bit about Clarendon before we bring Miss Dion on. We're gonna jump the gun and bring Lorraine on a little earlier than Miss Dion. All right, Lorraine. So I'm gonna send you a link there, Lorraine. You can see the link. You click that link and you come on board and we can chit chat for a moment. Yeah. Kingsley Clark said, Bess, your parish is in the feature this evening, man. Julian Francis, how are you? Bartley Swaby, Amy Sinclair. Yeah. The house is full. Share the link. Tell a friend, tweet a friend, phone a friend, tell a friend we're on, we're live. The chopping block is on with yours truly. Chopper John West. Terry Ann Williams, what's going on? Colleen, how are you? How is Canada? Beautiful Canada. The red and white country, huh? All right, blessed love, everybody. So this evening, as you know, we're slated to talk to a couple of people and have a little chit chat like we normally do. Talk some politics, talk some social commentary, and talk about some happenings in the communities. We saw a viral video of the lady who requested her means of transportation from the Prime Minister a few weeks ago. And that feature was a promise that was made and a promise that was kept. Miss Lorraine Mason, I sent you a link. If whenever you're ready, just click that link and come on board, sweetheart. Let's have a little quick chit chat. Annette Williams, how are you? Let's set up. Mikey Brown Senior, the man. Big up yourself. Yes, so that request, as you all know, was made. Asking the PM for a Rashima. The usual suspect is in the building. And you know when Rashima comes, Nadine is gonna be there, Bridget is gonna be there, Poogie is gonna be there. Who else? The usual suspect is gonna be there, man. You all know yourself, but big up yourself. Thank you all for joining. Mario Hall is in the building as well. Gene Paul is in the building. O'Neill Robinson is in the building. All the usual suspect is here, man. Charlie, the man himself, the senior counsel and the great senator, he's in the building. You know, we always don't take these things for granted. You know? We like when these folks join us. So we know we have proper guidance and we can get clarity to whatever misconception there might be. Big up yourself, Senator Charles Sinclair. Good to see you, sir. Nadine Dakre, what's going on with you? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're behaving yourself. I hope you're behaving yourself over there in the land of Jamaica Strong. All the Jamaica Strong family, big up yourself. Big up yourself. Jamaica is still strong. Jamaica is still strong. Matter of fact, Jamaica is getting stronger. So big up yourself. Joan. It's Joan from Clarendon. Big up yourself. Novlet Bailey, big up yourself. Yes, Rashima. You did yourself some justice. How did you enjoy the show last night, Rashima? I heard you went to Fest to kiss your Bible. I heard you went to some fest to greet your Bible, my friend. I hope you had a great time. I hope Lady Saw get to give you one of her Bibles she was giving away. Reggae Sumfest, folks. Not so sure if it was a bang as it was the year before. Last year was much better. I figured that this year was not as hot as it usually would be. But hey, nonetheless, the show was on. Thousands of Jamaicans gathered in Montego Bay to witness another staging of Reggae Sumfest. For all intent and purposes, it went according to plan. Show seemed to be incident-free. One of the things I use to measure these shows, is at the end of it, there's no major incident. For example, conflicts and shootings and that sort of stuff. When you don't have that kind of stuff, we feel pretty good. Natalie, how are you? We feel pretty good. So it ended with nothing major. It was very, very good to see Freddie McGregor on. As you all know, Freddie had a stroke sometime last year, and he is not up and running as much as he used to be, but nonetheless, he was there at Sumfest, and he did a catalog of hits and big hits too. So we still have to give thanks. It could have been a lot worse. So we're good to have him there. The big ship captain was in the building along with Stephen and Chino. They did great. The segment honored there's a segment that honored one of Jamaica's top music producers, sound system operators, the man himself, King Jammy. A lot of those foundation dancehall music would have came out of the Jammy studio, and some of the top artists in Jamaica came from King Jammy down there in Waterhouse. So that part of it was pretty cool to have introduce and introduce to the world on that stage the man himself, King Jammy. Big up Kingston 11. Kingston 11 gave Jamaica some of the number one artists in Jamaica, the Shabba, the Ninjas, the Super Cats. You know what I mean? And if you look at some of the 90s artists, you're talking about the Pinchers, you're talking about the Admiral Tibbets, you're talking about the Lieutenant Stitches, the Admiral Baileys, the Pinchers, all of those you saw last night. They are a part of the 90s, as they call it, 90s badness. JJ Mack, big up yourself. And Anita Ford is in the building. Sharon Bailey is in the building. It is slated to be a beautiful evening. We're going to chit-chat on chat some politics, some social commentary. Naxroy Bowman is in the building. That's St. Elizabeth is representing big time. Big time. Go ahead and tell us where you're watching us from. Let's see who is the number one parish, the number one city, the number one country that is tuning in to the chopping block tonight. We see St. Elizabeth coming out strong. Maxine, how are you? We're going to be speaking with Miss Dion Blake. Dion Blake is a farmer from down there in in Cornwall, St. Elizabeth. That's the district that she's from. And that's a farmer who had asked the Prime Minister for a donkey, and the Prime Minister obliged. So she's going to be on with us. Oh wow, she's having some difficulty getting on with us, folks. But what I'm gonna do is wow. So I'm gonna call her in a few minutes and probably just have a chit chat with her on the phone as opposed to on the live, because she is not getting on at all over there in St. Yeah, she's excited about coming on, but boy, technology is giving us a beating up in the hills there. But let's see. Wow. Such a pity. Yes. Yeah, I don't know what's happening with her connection. Anyhow, we're gonna keep working on it and see if we'll be able to get her on. But we're working on it, folks. We're gonna get her on. Don't worry. Owen McPherson, how are you doing? Big up yourself. Dorothy, what's going on? Dorothy, I see St. Elizabeth coming out strong. St. Elizabeth is coming out strong. We see Dorothy is from St. Elizabeth. We see Naxroy is from St. Elizabeth. Who else you got there? Shanti. No, Shanti's not from St. Elizabeth. George Stewart, how you doing? But yeah, so Miss Dion, she has a story, folks. She has a powerful story. And whatever we do, we're going to have to get her on tonight. Trust and believe. We're going to have to get her on tonight. She has a powerful story. Don't believe that just what you saw online, that's just a pretty small part of who she really is in terms of her upbringing. Very interesting. And I wanted to bring her on because it serves as a motivation for others, that it doesn't matter what your circumstances are, it doesn't matter what you've been through, you're always able to pull yourself together if you really and truly set your mind to it. And she seemed to be somebody who is hell-bent on achieving big time. Farming is not something that we should take lightly. I told you that when I went to St. Elizabeth and I speak to some folks there, they will just point at a plot of land that they're farming, whether they're farming potatoes or peanut or cabbage or carrot or lettuce. They just point on that and say, that's $500,000. That's $1.5 million. And that's no joke, right? Those are serious folks. Miss Lorraine Mason, over there in Clarendon. We're going to bring her on because we want to learn a little bit more of her quest to become the local representative in that constituency division as well in central Clarendon. We're going to speak with her, and we're going to open up the connection to whomever wants to come on and speak as soon as we can get our situation sorted out with Miss Dion to get her on. But as well, folks, please go ahead and share the program. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook. Share the program. Call your friend. Call your neighbor. Call your cousin and tell them that we're on. We're live. And we're talking politics. We're talking about some of the success. You know, when that lady came up to the Prime Minister and asked the Prime Minister for a donkey, everybody thought it was just really funny. And funny in a good way. It wasn't, derogatory or disrespectful. But people thought it was funny. And it's not just funny because of what she asked for. It's funny because of how she asked for it was one. And it's just a funny request, right? But when you're not familiar with the terrain down there in St. Elizabeth and other farming community, for example, up in Trelawney, you probably and I would not understand that those requests are not strange. They're not unusual. They are real. They are real. And those persons understands exactly what it is that they want and what is unique to their situation. Folks, not everybody wants a truck. Not everybody wants a car. And these are some important lessons that politicians on a whole should learn, because every community circumstances is different and is unique. There are some communities you go in and the cry of the people is road. There are some communities you go in, road is not their priority. Water is their priority. There are some communities you go in, they want to get electricity in those communities. Right? There are some individuals that have different needs. So when you're doing a needs assessment in your constituency or your division, you have to be very mindful that everybody, it's not a one-size-fits-all situation. People have different needs. And Miss Dion was a very typical example of the fact that we all have different needs. We're still trying, folks. We're still trying to work through the kinks to get her on. We're still trying to get her on. We see Patroy Seal just join us. Big up yourself, Patroy. Thank you so much, my dearest. Paulette McDonald, big up yourself as well. Sharon Bailey. Ashael, big up. Yeah, so it's important because I know a lot of people sort of laugh and found it a little funny. Even the Prime Minister found it a little bit like, really? That's what you really need? And, when he really and truly assesses the situation, that's her need. And Prime Minister made a commitment that he between himself and the Member of Parliament, the Honourable A.C. Hutchinson, is going to take that on and take it very serious. They took it on, and within a matter of a week, the animal was delivered. And the other funny part of it too is that she named the animal Prosperity. So that's another unique part of it. The animal was named Prosperity. These are not things for us to take for granted, folks. We're going to watch her journey. We're going to watch her growth, and we're going to see how best she's going to make the best use of the things that she have been given. She doesn't seem to me to be somebody who is careless. She made a request, she got what she wanted, and she seemed to be somebody who's going to make the best use of it. So we're going to watch her development and watch what's happening with her. Another thing that we saw yesterday was that Mayor of Montego Bay, Leroy Williams, had an accident, and we're happy to report that he is doing well. It's not major, and that's a good thing about it. It's not a major accident, so we're happy for that. Um, we're very happy for that because these days you don't take anything for granted. A simple accident could deem you, take you out of commission fully. And in his case, he's well. Um, might have suffered a fractured or a broken leg. I'm not sure, but other than that, he's upbeat and is doing exceptionally well. So get well soon to the mayor of Montego Bay, the great one himself, Willie Bunks. Yeah, man. Enough respect. Yeah. So back to the story of uh, yeah, just got yeah. So if we can't get her on, folks, but we are gonna try. Believe me, we're gonna work it through. I'll try to get her on. Either way, we're gonna get her on. But it's an interesting story. Very, very interesting story. Um, you know, very, very interesting story. I think the world would have gotten wind of it already. Um, and we're going to continue to highlight. You see, the positive stories in Jamaica doesn't get the airplay that it needs. It doesn't get it at all. But let's hear a little bit of her. Let's hear a little bit of her story. I think we should be able to bring it on here. Let's see if we can find it. And we're going to be joined, folks, in a couple of minutes by Miss Lorraine Green Mason. She is one of the candidates who is vying to become the standard bearer for one of the divisions down there in the beautiful parish of Clarendon, Central Clarendon to be exact. But here's a lady in her own voice, in her own words, telling her story.
I am his master, but he will do whatever I say and stay by my side. I will take care of him and he will take care of me. This is the thing that I ask for, prosperity, to help me to ease the pressure that I bear every day when I go and I buy a bag of chicken feed. But be able to live a little bit more for my children.
Today, we're going to present her with a brand new spray pan. If you know the chicken industry, one of the hardest areas comes when you have to do your plucking of your chicken and as such. There are new innovations now, a defeathering machine, and we decided to get a defeathering machine for Deon. So I'm proud today on behalf of the Prime Minister and the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining and the RADA team present you with not just a spray pan but your own brand new defeathering machine.
I only ask for them to help me with my needs. Come over that is and I did not know that I was doing it. So I feel very, very, very special. Hi, Prime Minister. How are you doing today?
You're a happy woman today, Dion.
Very happy. Very happy, very, very happy. I'm smiling from here back to here from.
and you are making me do the same. You are making me do the same. Satisfied with the animal that they sent?
Yes, I am satisfied. I cried. And you answered my plea.
Great. So I gather that they have given you a defeatherer for chickens, that you would have gotten a water tank and a mechanical sprayer. I'm very happy that you are happy. I'm following all your posts on social media. I want to encourage you to continue with your farming. I know it's a difficult path that you have chosen, but it can be very rewarding, and you can make a meaningful livelihood from agriculture. And so the government wants to support you in that regard, and we note the need for further development. Rural development is an important part of the government's development agenda, and we will continue to do our farm roads. We will continue to try to bring irrigation and other forms of development to your area to make your life easier and give your children a better future. So again, let me say how happy we are to be able to provide you with this assistance, and we know that you're going to make the best of it. All
I
right.
say thank you for prosperity in my life.
All right. God bless you.
That was that was Miss Dion Blake, and she was just on just now. They seem to be working through the kinks in the back, and hopefully we'll have her on in a few minutes. But I tell you, her story is powerful, man. It doesn't get more powerful than that, you know. Asking the prime minister for a gift of a donkey, and a lot of persons believe. And you know what was so funny, folks, is that the prime minister responded along with the member of parliament, because that's a partnership between both. We cannot remove the member of parliament from the equation, because he was integral in the delivery of such. And also Floyd Green from the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries and Mining, they also step up and assisted with a defeatherer and a spray pan and black tank and all that stuff. So she is basking and she is getting ready. She's coming on. I see her on screen now. Beautiful. There you have it, Miss Blake. You are perfect. Just like that. Boom. Perfect. Perfect. She is on and she will be joining us, folks. So there you have it. See? That's a good thing about her as well. She's very patient. She didn't give up at all. She believed that she's gonna be on tonight. Doesn't matter what the glitches are in the internet, she's gonna get on. And we're not gonna waste any time. Miss Lorraine Green Mason is also here with us. We're gonna bring her on a few. But let's just have Miss Dion. Good afternoon, good evening. How are ya?
Good evening. I'm okay. I'm fine.
Awesome. So talk to us. How is prosperity?
Well, prosperity is okay. He's good.
When they know?
Yes. He's outside my gate there eating grass. I don't put him in his night
And
place
it no
as
cost you
yet.
no money, right? You never buy no gas.
No. All I
You have to
have to
pay the
buy is just a little
insurance.
molasses. No, I
A
don't
little
have to pay any
molasses.
insurance. Just a little molasses and some
There's a
breadfruit chicken to top up in the night.
no insurance, no gas, just a little molasses, and she's good to go. He's good to go.
He's good to go, yes.
Perfect. Welcome, 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 welcome. We're happy to have you on this evening. Really wanted to talk to you and to rap with you a little bit and learn a little bit about you, learn a little bit about
Yes,
your journey, because your story is one of those stories that will inspire a lot of Jamaicans,
yes.
When you decide to do that video some time ago to ask for a donkey, and it went viral
Yes,
on the TVs and all over Jamaica. People found
yes,
it funny, and people think that you were probably just joking. It's you're not serious.
yes.
Talk to us about why you think and why should people not just think that you were joking.
Well, the struggles I go through in life,
Mm-hmm.
while I don't take life a joke, I just take it very seriously.
Mm-hmm.
So I think very wisely before I even say anything.
Right.
And I set it in my mind over 1,000 times before I put it out there.
Yes.
So whatever I said, I mean it and I can own up to it. So I make sure whatever I am putting out there is the best.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I would like people to trust me when I put the best out there and do not cross.
Mm-hmm. So when you make a request, you are serious about what you're requesting. And bear with us, folks. Remember, she's up in the farming district, up in the hills there in St. Elizabeth. The internet connectivity up there is not the best, so we're gonna make do with it as best as we can. um, she's gonna be back. She's a very determined woman, She's been trying to get on for quite a while, and it's it was dropping off. Miss Lorraine Mason, just note that we're gonna come to you, my dear. I'll spare with us for a moment. Let's just try and see if we can get through with Miss Dion. But Dion's story, folks, is a very interesting one. A very strange request that turns out to be something of inspiration to women in farming and to Jamaicans on a whole. I mean, I want to talk to her about where her farm is located and the difficulty she had prior to. And one of the things I want to get from her is why, because a lot of people think that why are you asking for a donkey? Why didn't I ask for a Range Rover? Why didn't I ask for a pickup truck? Why didn't I ask for a car and all that stuff? But it really speaks to her specific needs, and she asked for exactly what she wanted. Welcome back, Deon. We understand that you have a little internet trouble, so we can understand that. Don't worry about it. Are you hearing us now?
Yes, I'm hearing you now.
Perfect. Yeah, man. So, all right. So, talk to us. Where is your farm located?
Well, I have a farm out by, they call it Brennan Valley.
Grand Valley.
It is a farm way up in the hills. Yes, that's where I
Right.
do a little peanut, where my hands can hold chop. I don't have the farm space. It is not much, but I do the best I can do with the little that I have.
So, you do peanuts. What else you plant?
I plant sorrel and I plant pumpkin, corn
Wow.
and gungo. Yes.
Wow. 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 So, tell me, you made a very strange request, and a lot of persons, you would have heard the feedback. So why she ask for a donkey? Why she never ask for a truck? Why she never ask for a car? Why she never ask for some jewelry? Why she never ask for a wig? Why she never ask for some money? Why she ask for a donkey? Why a donkey for you?
Well, a donkey can carry my children investment very far because I
Mm.
know if I invest my money and my time in a donkey, the things that I produce, the donkey will able to take it from my farm to my home. And then
So
it will take it from
can
my
a
home.
can a car or a truck go over into your farm?
No, it's only food
There
truck.
you go.
We only have
There
food
you go.
truck to our farm.
Right.
Yes.
So the ideal
So
mode
there's
of
no,
transportation is a donkey.
yes, it's a donkey. And the road from my house to the main, it's a very bad road. So the ideal thing is a donkey or a wheelbarrow. And the wheelbarrow, it's gonna take too much out of you because
All right, we're gonna try to get her back because I know there are some persons on here. If she has produce ready to sell right now, I guarantee you that whatever she has is gonna be purchased tonight. There are persons here I know who are committed in supporting initiatives like hers, and I want to find out from her. I know there is needs. I saw Pachara asking about peanuts, and I know that she's gonna have the need for some peanuts. And if she has any peanut at all, I know we're gonna take them from her. We're gonna buy those peanuts from her. We're gonna buy those peanuts from her. Um, JC need to fix the road. Listen, Paulette, let me explain something to you. And you have to, when we say these things, we must say them with some level of knowledge. I just pointed out to you a while ago that where the lady live, there's no road to get to her farm. And there's no initiative that government can build a road to everybody's farm. However, on this particular instance, from this whole just asking the Prime Minister for a donkey, the Member of Parliament has committed to finalizing because he has already started to fix. I think they did a half of that road and they're about to complete the other half. You have to understand how these things work. Infrastructure development in Jamaica is not easy. Jamaica is one of the most roaded country in the Western Hemisphere. Go and Google it. Jamaica is one of the most roaded country in the Western Hemisphere. We're a hilly country, and it's a very hilly terrain, and most of these persons farm in areas that really and truly require not just a road. It needs a lot of things before you even get to a road. So just to say to you who are saying that JC should fix the road, JC had already done a half of that road. And the other half, based on the publicity that this has given, the other half will be fast track to get it out the way. These things take a lot to come through the procurement procedures. And therefore, I was told that the other part of the road is going to be fixed. So you see, out of all of this, the benefit is not just to Miss Dion. It's benefiting the community as well, because I'm quite certain that there are other farmers who will benefit from that road being fixed. She's getting her personal assistance and her personal help, and her blessings, I call it. And it should flow like a mighty stream. She had the courage to go to the Prime Minister and ask, and what she asked for was reasonable, and she got it. So we should continue to support that. But I want to see if we can get her back on. I am very sorry, folks, and I know you guys understand that her location where she is, there's not very good internet connectivity in that area. So I'm hoping that she'll be able to reconnect with us again. She's a very strong woman, and without going deep into her life story, if she wishes to really tell her story, it will resonate with a lot of Jamaicans who've been through similar struggles and who would have overcome. She, in my mind, is an example of what a strong Jamaican woman really is. You hear what she said she plant? She plant sorrel, she plant peanut, she plant pumpkin. These are all quick crops, and she turn them over and she go again. But that's just one aspect of her farming, because she also do chicken rearing. Last time we saw her with a wheelbarrow pushing up the hill, she had over 200 chicken in there. We saw where Minister Green gave her a defeatherer to assist her with plucking chicken. That's a big deal, folks. And we saw her receiving a spray pan. She got fertilizer from J.C. Hutchinson as well, and lots of other support from her member of parliament. All is not lost with Jamaica. We still have good people, and we still have a good system in supporting our people. And even just the average Jamaican, I've heard a lot of persons wanting to help her in other ways. And one should just embrace these things and push her as far as we can, because I'm quite certain that she's going to bring a lot of others with her. She has a family. She has kids. She had mentioned that one of her kids, I believe, has Down syndrome. And of course, she's very close to her family and her kids. It's for us to really and truly support that and to keep her going. Gravish, big up yourself. Yeah. When she made that request, folks, like I said earlier, a lot of persons found it funny. But the truth is, it is a lesson, and I think there's a political lesson here to be learned. I think a lot of politicians should look at this scenario and understand that when you go into an area, it's not a one-size-fits-all. It's definitely not a one-size-fits-all. There are unique areas and there are unique people. There are people who have different needs, and your needs assessment should be tying up with those persons. Miss Lorraine Mason still here, while we still wait to see if we can get Miss Deon back on. And folks, just don't believe, if we don't get her on today, we're gonna get her on another day, but we're gonna try to fix her internet situation there and to get her on. What's so funny though is that they on that particular day, and I tell you that Jamaicans, there's still some good within us. And if we're fed the positives I think we can really and truly push ourselves forward. On that particular day, the Prime Minister handed over about 5 houses on the Hope House program. The same day that Miss Dion would have asked for the house. And her story took off like wildfire. It took off because it had a sense of humor in there, the way she speaks, and just the uniqueness in what she had requested. And I think people were following up and feeding along with the story because there were some persons out there who believe that the commitment made by the member of parliament and the prime minister would not be met. A lot of persons believed that it wouldn't come through. So there were a lot of naysayers who were watching with a mindset that, oh, this is just another promise, it's not going to happen. There were persons who literally pick up the phone and call to say, did the lady really get the donkey? Is that true? And I said, yes. People just wouldn't believe. But there is still some positiveness within us as Jamaicans, and we have to embrace it. And like I said to you before, Miss Dion is not somebody who is going to give up. And just as much as she's forceful and relentless in her pursuit where her farming is concerned, she's doing the same thing where coming on this program is concerned. Miss D, you're back. Awesome.
Yes,
Awesome.
yes, I am back.
We understand the internet challenge, man. Don't worry. We can understand that.
Yes.
I was asking you before we get cut off again. Do you have any peanuts ready? And what sort of farm produce do you have ready?
No, I don't have any peanuts ready.
Wow. She don't have any peanut ready as yet. All right, but we're still gonna find out from her when is the peanuts gonna be ready, and what it is that she has ready now. Because I'm quite certain that a lot of persons will support her small business, and that's what we should do as Jamaicans. We should build our own. We should, when we find the opportunity to build our people, we should. So you're saying that there's no peanuts available, right?
Right, because of the rainfall, it's very poor.
Yes.
So whenever time is a little rain, it is not enough to plant peanut as yet. So we have to wait until the ground is
Okay.
very
So what
wet
do you have
for.
ready? What do you have ready?
Well,
Coming on
mostly I would
stream.
have. Well, I have few little pumpkins, but the pumpkin is not doing well. Any of us at this crop. I don't know what kind of disease is on the pumpkin, but I have
Drought.
few ready corn that I can use for the time being.
So you
Yes,
have corn to sell?
yes, I have corn to sell, but the corn didn't do well either. I don't know what is the problem. So in every
Well,
year,
you have
this
my
crop
number. So
area.
if there's any produce that you have ready, we can buy some corn. We need some corn for a function coming up next week. So if you have some corn, we can take some corn from you. Um, so folks, as you realize, she has a very poor internet connection, and I don't know if we want to really continue it because we're not gonna get anywhere with that conversation until we can find a way to fix that internet situation with her and get it right. So we're gonna yes, Miss Dan, thank you for coming back. So you have no corn ready and pumpkin not doing so well because the drought is affecting these persons in the area
Yes.
significantly. The drought is a big issue down in St. Elizabeth and in other communities too. We're gonna try to, if we get disconnected, we're gonna try to call her on the phone and see if we can have the conversation a little freer on a phone call instead. But then tell us a little bit now. Tell us a little bit about the family. How many kids?
Well, I have 5 children,
Good.
3 boys and 2 girls. One of the girls, she had physical challenge from
Yes.
birth, so it's a little bit rough on her side. I got her when I was about 12 years old, have her when I was 13. So
Wow.
I have a whole heap of ups and downs. Being a mother to a child, when I'm a child myself, I am a child. So it wasn't easy. But with my
Mm-hmm.
mother helping me,
Mm-hmm.
but it was very hard for me to adapt. But I still push on and do what I could do for my baby girl because from birth and from the place her in my hands, there were the times when the love just kick
Yeah.
in, so I know exactly that I have to take care of this child because I bring her into this world and I have to be her guardian.
Awesome. 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 So,
I
mhm.
question why me, but God didn't bring us into a situation. I don't know how He's gonna take us out, so I just still
Yeah.
receive.
Yeah. You're perfectly correct. God would never bring you in a situation don't know how to take you out, and that's why it is at that time when you're getting your blessings and it is flowing, and boy, she got her first child, folks, when she was 12, and that's a child that has physical challenges, but nonetheless she loved her child to death, and she will continue to do whatever she has to do to support them. Um, there were other initiatives that came through for you, that Miss Dion. All right, so we still continue. Five kids. The first one when you were at 12, and that's remarkable that you're still so strong and focused. Even when you got pregnant at such an early age, and you pulled through. Yeah. How are the boys doing?
I've seen 113 and 1-4,
One
and
13, 1-4, and the other one
six
16,
16, yes.
13, and 4.
Yeah, and the baby is 1 year and a little bit months. She
Okay,
born June.
got
Yes.
you, got you,
So
got you. Wow. Uh so and they're all in
I
school, right?
yes, then just be and only two not in
Mhm. Yeah.
school, but the three boys in school.
Uh-huh.
Yes,
Yep. Mhm. Good. So that's your drive. Your kids is what really drive you to continue
yes,
working and to pushing, eh?
yes. Because if I don't show up for them, no one would.
Wow.
Because they don't have any father, and the eldest uncle died, who I could really rely on to help
Yeah.
in whatever ways he could.
Hmm.
He can do, and then I can call.
Wow. Yeah.
In
These are
other
some of the
ways,
tough. Yes.
the support is not fully there, but he do what he could do, but not much.
Yes. Yes.
Yes,
How do you feel about the outpouring of support though that comes from the Prime Minister, your member of Parliament, and your community and everywhere? How do you feel about that? Stand by there, folks. We're trying to get her reconnected. Very poor connection. I know you guys will understand. Up in the hills there, it's a little rough to get good internet connection up there. So, um, you know, we have to just bear with it for a little bit. She had said to me before that, boy, the internet is a challenge up that side. So, but we said nonetheless we would try to see if we can pull through. The phone connection is probably not even the greatest either, but we can try that to see if um, if we can use a phone connection to speak with her. Don't know how good this is gonna be, but we're gonna try it. We'll try to call her on phone line and see if we can talk to her for a little bit. That's Miss Dion Blake. She is the farmer. The farmer. Sorry, but the person you have called is all right. She's probably unavailable because she's trying to reconnect with us. But it shows you how determined she is. I'm trying to call her. I've been trying to call her, but it's still a little busy because perhaps he's trying to dial in on this thing here. But her story, folks, I mean, it's a very interesting one. I sometimes don't like to pry deep into these stories because it sometimes can be very sensitive. So I just want to allow her to express herself however she sees and feels it's okay. Val Rose, big up yourself. Charmaine, big up yourself. Anthony, Natalie, big up yourself. Edney Powell, big up yourself. But it tells you folks that there are some persons here, when your personal circumstances sometimes, what we are enjoying here is luxury to some others, and we should really and truly give thanks. Welcome back again, Miss D. Yeah, man. Thank you. You're back up?
Yes, I am back up.
Good, good. All right. So we're not gonna keep it too long because we know your internet situation is not the best. And we're gonna help you to work on that as well so we can get you up to speed so we can have a good conversation, a good chat.
Yeah.
You've received a lot of support. I was asking you earlier, how do you feel? I was asking you, how do you feel about the level of support you're receiving from the Prime Minister and your Member of Parliament and others?
Well, I feel overwhelmed. I feel overwhelmed to know that my Prime Minister answered my plea and other people came in place and they are working behind the scene to do something for me that is greater than I could have done. And I
Wow.
really appreciate it. I really appreciate all the help and all the support that is currently on the mark doing. People are there busy in their fingers to do things to change the struggles of my children and also mine.
Mm-hmm. That's
So I'm
great, isn't
just
it?
here. Yes,
And the support is not just for you because I gather that the road that was fixed, the half of it that was fixed, I was told that the other half will be fixed also.
yes, I am, and that makes me very happy. I hope it's just not only a promise, and
Well,
that's why I said that I believe in what I believe in, and I strive for what I want. I will run, I will jump, I will crawl, I will do whatever I have to do to reach to my destination, as long as I
yes,
think that something good in it for me and my people. Because even though I have a lot of challenges with people in my district, and they have a lot of challenge with me being truthful, not
yes,
hiding stuff.
yes.
I don't any to have much friends, but I really don't matter because I know that the truth stands out and the lies are hard to cover. So I always try to put the truth right on the platform at all times.
There are persons in your community. I've spoken to a couple of people in your community, and one of the things that they said about you is that you're hardworking. You never stop work. I called somebody and
Yes,
said, I know her man, she doesn't stop work. She always at work. She always a hustle. Never stop.
yes, yes.
Yes,
Me.
yes,
I wash people clothes. I do a little higgling in the market sometimes just to make ends meet. I go
yes.
out and I do a little construction work. I do my farming. I do
You do
chicken
construction work
raising.
too?
Yes, I do labor work. I used to work with a man named Winters Construction in Kingston.
Yes.
And I do lineman work. I used to dig light posts with a man named Wedderburn. He works
Big
with
light
JPS as a
post.
plant company. Yes,
So you
and
work with
change the light.
JPS as a pole installer.
Yes, I do all those things. I used to work right in front of Lady Musgrove Road, right in King's House, right at the front of King's House, that building that build there.
Yes.
I work on it. I work as a cleaner to get it clean for the people then to get the complex to move into. Yes, I do everything. I try every area to strive for greatness.
Wow. Wow. So this is why people
Yes,
mustn't badmouth you, and people not supposed to have anything negative to say about you. It is time for you to
yes,
receive your blessing, my friend. And believe me, we embrace it and we endorse it. And we hope that more will come. We hope that more will
yes,
come. Now the Prime Minister is and when you talk about the road in your era there, they had fixed a part of it before and they are now going to fix the other piece. It tells
yes,
you, Miss Diane, that your plea to the Prime Minister not just
yes.
benefiting you, your pleas now
No,
benefiting the wider
because
community.
I didn't want it to benefit me only. I did want it to benefit my full community because it is very painful to see that the children are going to school and their shoes are not kept.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we love that. We love that. We love the fact that your intervention and your plea to the Prime Minister is now not just benefiting you, but it is benefiting the wider community. And I know Minister Green came through. I know the farmers, because you have farmers in your area who are neighboring you. They're gonna be they have been getting support. I've spoken to some farmers in there who have received a lot of assistance from the RADA office and from the member of parliament as well. And I know that will continue big time. But you have a lot of people out here rooting for you. I mean, if you, I don't know, you might not be able to see the chat, but you have a lot of people out here rooting for you. They love your courage and they embrace your drive and they want to see you succeed big time. Powerful story from a woman who has done it all. I mean, I didn't even know that she did construction. She worked as a laborer. She dig light posts for plant light pole and them something there. Listen to folks. And then you have some strong man out the road that tell you so them want that thing. And boys stand up and corner about them hand middle. And when a lady like she can go out, they go dig light posts. To plant light posts to make a living, to do construction work, mix mortar, chew bucket, and all that stuff to make a living for her family. Then you have some strong guys out there who tell you that you must go work and you must give them a thing. Dion, you're a tower of strength and a motivation to a lot of women in Jamaica, especially in your era in St. Elizabeth. Right? So
Yes,
talk to
Mr.
us about where do you go from here now? I mean, any plans to improve your farming or to venture out in anything else that will pull you further up?
I am trying to improve myself. I want to try some melons if possible.
Mhm.
And but the water system is the problem here.
Yeah, the
We're having
water, yes.
issue with the water. We need a little help in the farm area with water to keep us just like the other farmers on the south side, that they have irrigation system water to use to do the farming whenever the time is dry. So we all as farmers here, we are suffering because we only have to depend on the rainfall. Without the rainfall, we can't do nothing much.
Yes, yes.
During that
Um,
time, we have to like
mhm,
whatever we grasp from the first time and we have saved. That is where we have to tap into our savings. And
mhm.
sometimes the savings finish and we still don't see any rain. And then
Yeah.
we can't sit down and let our children die for hunger. We have to just
No, no,
use
no.
what we have.
Mhm.
Yes.
So tell
So
me,
if we
what
have
is a day like? What is a day like for you, Dion? You wake up, what time you rise in the morning time, and what's a day like for you with the kids and farming and all that? What makes your day?
Well, my day is very busy because the first thing in the morning, I try to wake up in the morning. I am washing the plates and such in the kitchen, looking after breakfast. I am still trying to slide across the floor, trying to do some exercise to keep myself healthy and fit because I have to challenge at least two big hills every day. As long as I am going on the road and going to my farm, it is two big hill I have to travel every day. So I have to keep my body in shape to go up and down.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a very busy day to run
Mm-hmm.
around the house to take care of the clothes and the children and the chickens and the farm. Sometimes I'm very tired and worn out, but I still have to keep and push, no
But
matter
you're
what the
not
cost.
only, but you're not only you're also into livestock farming. So you're into chicken rearing and
Yes,
all that good stuff too, yeah?
yes, I like to see chickens grow healthy and
Yes,
strong. I
yes.
like animals. I love animals, no matter what, because I love animals. I
So how
love
many
cat,
chickens
dog.
you usually carry? How many chickens you usually wear?
I only usually carry 100. But when the mongoose chuck and go in the coop and kill the whole 100, I decide in my mind that okay, I'm gonna shut my eyes and go in full. So I just pull my little investment and buy 200 chicken.
So you say you had 100 and mongoose going to eat all 100?
Yes, all 100.
Jesus Christ. Then how you bound and you say instead of backing out of it, you double down and go for 200 instead.
Yes, I just tell myself that I'm gonna put all in it this time, no matter what the cost. Even if I'm gonna lose, I don't care. I just close my eyes and I say that, you know what, I have to do this for my children. And I just put it to the Lord in prayer and said, God, you see that I'm making an investment and I need it to be prosperous because I can't afford to lose because if I lose, my children will lose too.
Yeah.
And the chickens are doing well. They
Uh-huh.
are doing well.
And
You know, the heat
you
stress.
have the capacity to freeze them and all that when they're done. You
No,
have
I
like a
did not have
freezer to
that.
put them in.
No, I didn't have that capacity in place, but I had promised a freezer.
Oh, very good. Very good. Very
I
good.
was considering to go to courts and trust one, but the trust rate, when I trust it, would be 3 years, 300,000.
Yeah. And if you buy it
But
cash, it will be less. Way less.
yes, it will be a 120,000 cash.
Oh.
So
And if you get one for
yes,
$120,000, that can hold up to 200 chicken, right?
yes, that can hold up to 200 chickens.
I know you
And
have a
then
defeatherer that can help you to pluck them quicker too.
yes, and then I did still have a small deep freeze that I purchased meat
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Struggle is real, and you're hearing it. You're hearing it for yourself here, folks. This Dion is talking about her chicken rearing, and she's building out the capacity so she can actually. And this is proof to you how determined this woman is, man. She has 100 chicken. Mongoose go in the chicken coop and eat up all 100 chicken. Now the average Jamaican, the average individual is gonna get discouraged and say, "Hey, screw this, man. Let me back out of this stuff." Instead, she double down and go for 200 instead. Now, if this is
yes.
not motivation to people, I don't know what is going to motivate people. So you're 200 chicken in now, and you have all the feed for that too.
No, I didn't have all the feed. I just buy the 200 chickens with 4 bags of feed, and then I just tell myself that the Lord will provide along the way because no matter what, because my father always tell me that the Lord will provide. Just
Yeah.
started to walk. He would say, just start to walk with a market bag, and the Lord will fill it on the way. Yes,
Yeah. Yeah. Lord will fill it on the
yes,
way. Oh, I tell you, well, in
yes,
your case, you are actually working. You're not just sitting there hoping that the Lord's going to pick it up and put it in the bag. The Lord is
no,
creating situations for you so you can earn your way through. And
yes,
I remember I said to you why you said you getting a donkey will allow you to work and buy yourself a car when you need it. I remember those words. It stuck in my
yes,
brain until today.
yes,
You said that. You said a donkey will assist you to work enough to buy a car when you need it. And I had to ask her that question, folks, because there were some persons who were saying why she didn't ask for a car and all that good stuff. And that was her explanation. And I found that to be another powerful testimony.
yes.
You know, yeah,
Because a donkey, really, I don't have to buy gas.
yes. And I want you guys to hear the logics behind this, because sometimes we underestimate why people make certain decisions and why people say certain things. So come back again, Dan. You were giving us a justification as to why the donkey. You said you don't have to buy gas and all that stuff. Talk to us about that. Trying to get her wired up there, folks.
Yes,
So
and
she's
I
talking
said
to us about the economics of it. Yes, go ahead, Dan.
a donkey doesn't need any gas, any. All it needs is just for me to move it and put it to a better grass every day and water. That's all, and a little molasses to keep his nerves up and running.
Mhm.
So I know that a vehicle is like a next child.
Oh wow.
A vehicle is like I'm having a next child because that vehicle would want like gas every day. Maybe if I drive down the road and a tire get bad, I would have to find maybe 15 to 20 to buy a tire. I look at all those kind of expense and I'm saying that no, I cannot handle that expense because I am done already way behind in school fees. because my son is in grade 10 now, and I barely pay school fee at the school. Whenever time they call me, I tell them that I cannot afford the school fee. So
You
I
make
have
sure
to
you
do
tell him
send him
that. Listen to me carefully, Dan. Listen to me. Whenever the school call you to ask about school fee, you
Yes,
make sure you tell them that the government says
yes,
education is free.
yes.
Do not allow any. Are they on path?
Yes, they're on part,
Good.
but the part program take off the biggest one and the smallest one. I don't know why.
You should go back to
But
the office and find out why. But you make
when,
sure, Dion, to remind
yes,
them that you're not
yes,
obligated to pay any school fee because
yes,
government policy dictates that
yes,
education is free. And
yes,
especially that your children are on path, they have no
yes,
obligation to pay. All
yes.
right. So you
And
make sure you have that at the front of your argument every time that they ask you. Because these schools sometimes will find very creative ways in getting money from you, even though education is free, And if they're on the
yes,
PATH program, then there's quite a bit of assistance out there. That, Deon, let me tell you, it doesn't matter how bad your circumstances are, the social safety net in Jamaica is set up and is so
yes,
constructed that people like yourself, there's opportunities and there's a lot of assistance out there for you. Some people don't know, but I'm quite certain that you are aware of some of the assistance out there and you're getting some of them now.
yes. So I normally just like give them a $5,000, and from the boat end I just like save up $10,000, and I pay five at this school, and I pay five at the other. And I told
Mhm.
them big and loud that I don't have any more, because if I pay the school fee in full, I won't be able to send the child to school, and that will be a waste of time.
But there's no school fee.
That is
There's
my
no such thing as a school fee. And folks, this is a serious matter, because it's not just unique to Dion. It is something that is widespread throughout Jamaica, where these schools are hell bent on um, charging for admission for school. It is something that we ought to push back against, and we need to push back against it very strongly, because there's really no school fee ought to be collected. Um, school fee in Jamaica is a thing of the past. The government says, you ought not to pay any school fee. So we need not to be asking them. Let's take a quick break and we'll come right back, guys. Stick and stay. We're coming right back.
What the world needs now is more than a vacation. We need to come back to feeling our best selves again. Back to inviting. Back to caring. Back to life. Back to the little bit of Jamaica that's inside all of us. Come back to being lively again. Back to laid back. Back to romantic. Back to fantastic. Come back to making the best decisions you've ever made. Because, hey, we're in Jamaica. Come back to mouth-watering, heart-pumping, breathtaking. It's time, don't you think? Come back to the vibe that comes alive in Jamaica.
All right, so welcome back, everybody. We're talking with Miss Dion Blake. She's a female farmer in St. Elizabeth that had requested a donkey from the Prime Minister. And she has recently received such. Another beautiful part of it is that she named the donkey Prosperity. So Prosperity is alive and well. She said Prosperity is outside her gate, eating grass and getting ready. And the unique thing about it, folks, is that she pointed out the economics of it and the rationale in having a donkey. She says a motor car would be like another child. She has to take care of it. It's a liability. For those of you who wants to speak eloquently, it's a liability to her. And a donkey is more of an asset because the cost to maintain it is insignificant if you ask me. She said all she needs some molasses to make sure the donkey's nerve is functional, and she gives him water, and she ties in good areas for grass, and that's logics. She also pointed out that where she farms, no vehicle could go there because it's a footpath. So if you have only a footpath, why would you ask for a vehicle? So she made a lot of sense, and these are some of the things that I think it missed some folks. A lot of people didn't understand the rationale behind the request and thought that it was ridiculous to go that route. But she knew exactly what she was doing, and I'm extremely happy that it paid off big time for her. Um, Paid off big time for her, and she continued to grow with no learning of her kids, and the fact that they're in school, and one's in grade 10. She's adamant that she's not paying any school fee, and I agree with her because the government has a program to take care of that. She worked hard, and she worked hard simply to ensure that her kids are taken care of. Yeah, so that's a good thing. Very informative, um very unique circumstances on which to grow. But it's also extremely motivating. A woman, who is determined to champion her own cause, and to sort of build herself. And what is unique again is the fact that her doing now is benefiting the wider society and the wider community. She's in St. Elizabeth, a farm in belt of Jamaica. She farms a lot of stuff: pumpkin, corn, sorrel, and peanuts. Of course, most farmers in St. Elizabeth and other areas, they're not doing so well this year because we have an extensive drought period, and we're not getting a lot of rain right now. So I can understand. So welcome back again, Miss D. You see, this tells me how resilient you are and how determined you are to tell your story. So continue. We're talking to us about your kids and schooling and the fact that you juggle between the different schools and all that good stuff. Tell us some more about those kids. And
Yes, and that's where they go to school. They don't get a chance to wear the school badge because they said that I don't pay any school fee. They don't get the proper gear, so they just go to school in the rubber and khaki, nothing to so that they are going to Lacover or Sydney. They don't have any logo on their shirts or anything. It always look raw to me, but I tell them that it's the fact that I don't have the money, so they are showing the world that I don't have it too.
so one of your kids go to Lacovia,
Yes, one of them go to Lacover High School and one go to Sydney
Sydney Pagan. Yeah.
Pagan.
Mhm.
Yes.
We're gonna fix those problems, man. Those little issues about not giving
Yes.
the student a badge because what? They didn't pay.
They don't
We're gonna fix that. You
there's
don't worry.
no
We
school
will we
fee.
will talk to you off the air, and we're gonna fix those little problems because these schools sometimes are operating as though they're running some form of extortion racket on these students. We
Yes.
need to fix it.
So
If students want, Mhm.
my argument most of the times with the teachers, if I pay the school fee, my child won't be able to come to school. So I only will be giving you my money and letting the child stay home. So I rather
Mhm.
to don't give it to me and send my child to school.
Mhm.
Yes.
Mhm.
So
But the thing,
that is
Dion, like the school epaulets and all that extra stuff that they're asking you to pay for, the fact that the
yes,
student is on path, there's a
yes,
mechanism in the system to take care of those
yes.
stuff.
Okay.
There's a mechanism in the system to take care of those stuff, and that's why I find it very strange that they would still try to hold them out based on that.
Yes.
It doesn't make sense at all. because
Yes.
those we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk some more about that because that can be easily fixed. It shouldn't
Okay.
be a difficult. But the good thing is, how are they performing? How are they doing? Are they doing well in school?
Well, my son that goes to Lacover High School, he's okay in some areas, but in some areas he need to be stronger.
Yeah.
And the one that go to Big and STEM Academy, he's doing well. Um, Coming from a mother who cannot help them with the homework, it's pretty fine in my area. But I know that if I could be able to help them with their homework when they come in from school, sit down, have a little more time with them, they would have done better. But because I have to work as a mother so hard and out there most of the time, and so my son sees that I can't afford to send him to school like every day. So he work his two legs to find himself on the track team for them to board him in the school around there for him to use running as a career. He didn't really want to run, but when he sees that I cannot read that well and I'm mostly keeping him at home because the school bus is about 3,000. But for the week for him to go to school, I have to have like 7,000 for him alone, for him to eat lunch and have enough to travel on the bus. So it wasn't easy to find 7,000 for him to go to school and my other son $5,000 because it is very unbearable to give him like 200, $300. Although it's like over high school he's going because breaks and those things are very expensive down there at the school. So I would have to like look at him and give him like a $700 to $1,000 for him to feel comfortable in school.
So is he boarding now?
Yes, he board round the school because he runs. He
Yeah.
run on the track too. Yes,
Wow. Wow. Wow.
yes,
And the part of your story that makes it even more touching is the fact that you managed to pull through you yourself, not able to assist them.
mm, yes.
And do you have any desire of going back to school? Would you like to get back into some programs that can assist you?
Yes, I would like to go back to school because it would have helped the two younger ones. I could have helped the two younger ones. I wouldn't have to look for my district
I'm gonna take a quick break, then we'll come right back. Stand by for a second. We're coming back.
It's time to come back. Back to adventurous. Being curious. Spontaneous. Back to where it all began. Dare to be bold. To be fantastic. Come back to the vibe that comes alive in Jamaica.
Yeah, welcome back.
yes.
Welcome back, Dion.
So I would
Yeah,
be able to help two younger ones in school because
yeah,
I have one 4 year old. I know that he's coming home with a lot of homework. He would want for me to help him. And then I
yeah,
have near wall. She would want me to help her with her
yeah.
homework. So I
Hmm.
would like to go back to school to be ahead of time to prepare for them that is coming now. So I can help them more because you know that I have the two bigger boys in high school and I have my daughter that's physically challenged. She cannot read and write to help them in certain areas, but she can help them in certain areas. So in the reading and writing process, I would want to be able to help the two younger siblings in that way. So yes, I
Well,
would love to go back to school. And we take
well,
the time
well.
to go back.
The good thing is, Dion, there is programs in place now
Yes,
that even at your stage age, you can still go back. You can still learn. You can still get an education. And what I will try to do is I'll point you in the right direction where you can go and get these assistants. I'll make that part of my duty
Okay.
to to get you enrolled in some programs
Yes.
that will assist you to get the highest level of education that you want to get. It's available, and the government has those programs, and it is always for persons who want to do it, because you can't force people. And the fact that
Yes.
you have a passion for your kids and you want to be able to assist, especially the younger ones, I will try to
Yes.
point you in the right direction as to where you need to go, who you need to talk, and we make the necessary contact with whomever needs to be spoken to about getting you into some programs that you can get your educational academic situation better. Because people don't I don't know if it miss some persons, but
Yes.
you not being able to assist your kids with homework is not something that you just pretend like you didn't hear it. It is significant. There are a lot of Jamaicans out there like you, whole lot, not just you, a lot of Jamaicans. And for you to be strong enough to say it and because you can only get help, Deon. And
Yes.
you're a living testimony of people who want help but don't open
Yes.
their mouth and ask for it. You
Yes.
saw an opportunity, you went to the prime minister and you asked for what it is that you needed, and you got it,
Yes.
and you got a lot more. And
Yes.
tonight you're now saying to us that as it relates to your education, you're not at that level, but you want to get there.
Yes, I want to get there.
There's 250 people on this program now watching. And
Yes,
I
because
look into the comment section, I can't
one
find one.
one of the
Hmm?
most reasons we really want to get there. I
Mhm.
see where there's a case, my son, he did not know how to do his homework, and I sent him to somebody's house to do his homework. And there was something resting on my conscience, and I said, I'm gonna take a walk to see what my child is doing. And when I went there, I see that my child is working, not doing his homework, but he was doing house chores. And
Sure,
I'm saying
sure.
that I am home. I am at home, busy working at home, and my child, I send him to get a little bit more further education. And now this person are here sending for water to fill machine and all those other etc. And the person is there writing the answer for him, so he's not learning anything. But
Oh.
he's gonna go to school. The teacher is gonna ask him, "How did you get everything right?" And he could not explain because somebody actually give him all the answer without he even know it for himself. And it tear up every piece of clothes on me, even though my clothes didn't tear. But it tear every piece of limbs in my body to know that I am not wrecking my children. I take the time out to send him to get his homework finished. And it is not so. It it tears me up inside when I see that it's because I can't read the
Mhm,
advantage that took on my child. And I tell myself that I rather to know that I keep them underneath my wings, and
mhm,
in areas where the teacher can help them in school, I would love them to, because I am not that a good reader, and it's not like I didn't want to, but teenage pregnancy chose me, and I choose
mhm,
to bring my child to this world, no matter what the cost. I bring
mhm,
her into this world, and even so, I still didn't stop at it, because I look at areas where I said I need them to have a proper place to rest their head
mhm,
at night time, and I need them to have food on the table, and I just keep on working no matter what the cost, because I want them to have things accessible to the hands that they can use to make their life a little bit more easier than
mhm,
somebody to use them and abuse them in order for them to eat or drink. Because I have go through a lot of abuse and in
mhm.
order for them. So I put myself on the line for my children at all times.
Yeah, it. Boy, I tell you, mm, we'll have to find ways. I mean, I don't know how, but I can't make any big promises like the
because
politicians, but
even the 13-year-old one,
yeah,
his father said
we'll
to me
find a
that
way.
I am too
There is
religious. I should have done away with the
Dion,
child. And I said, no, he's going to be
Dion.
something that I don't know.
There is ways.
So
Listen to me carefully.
none of my
There
children
are
ask me to come here, but I choose to bring them here. And I
yeah,
tell myself that no matter how the fire burns, I have to take it first to
yeah.
bring them to their destination.
Uh-huh.
And one wise woman told me that it's better to have a stubborn child than to don't have any at
Yes, folks. It's yeah, you these are some of the tough ones that you have to just bear it and go through with it, you know. Her story is it makes you melt and you'll have to be a heartless person not to understand her struggles, you know. And it's not unique to her. There are several Jamaicans out there, you know, who have the same sort of situations. But the good thing is that we have about 250 persons here, and I'm quite certain that if we get together and decide to give her some assistance, we can. Um, I know the government have a lot of initiatives and programs that can really help her, you know, especially as it relates to her education to get her back up to par where her education is concerned. I know that there is initiatives out there, and what I will try to do is to point her in the right direction as to what she can do to get education and to get her back up to a certain level, so that she can assist her kids. Everybody see you smiling and see you happy and joyful, but they wouldn't understand your pain. They
no.
wouldn't understand the pain behind the screen. But you're strong. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Your
Not
strength
only I
unmatched.
have a I have a
Yeah,
sister. She always in the corner, even when my life doesn't make any sense. She always tell me that it makes a lot of sense.
make a lot of sense, man.
Because I remember one day the devil came into my ears and he was whispering that I have to use the rope in order to ease the pressure. And I
Mm-mm,
said it to my sister. And she
mm-mm,
said to me, listen to me. I want you to remember this, that when gold is going to his process, he had to burn in a fire very hot for it to come out pure gold. So if you want to come out pure gold, just hang on in there. No matter
mm-hmm,
how the fire burn you, just continue to take the burning as long as the skin is not coming off, you are okay. So they never know that it's only you, only you alone can stop the process of what God have in store for you.
yeah.
And when she said it to me, I believe in those words more than anything else. I push on every single day, even when people use criticism to say that I live in full Cuban, I don't have anything in my house and all those things, and I
Mm-hmm,
would never reach to certain things and reach to certain level. I just still use it as a compost to my body that I need to get stronger, to work harder, and to do things better.
mm-hmm.
That's what I do when they use the
Well, let me
bad
tell you,
critics on.
even the persons who are highly educated, who have gone to several
Yes,
universities, they're not
yes.
smarter than you. You hear me tell you? They're not smarter than you.
Okay.
And listen to me carefully. There are a lot of them out there who might have criticized you in the past. And you can mark it
Yes.
down today, the 23rd of July. That some of those very same persons, and I want her to hear this. I want her to hear this. Because some of those very same persons who have been her biggest critics are going to come right back to her. She's going to be the one who will have to assist them. And I bet you, I'll send to you, Deon, that some of those persons who have been your critiques, they would have criticized you and belittle you and
Yes.
speak down to you and all that stuff. You know, live nowhere, you live in a full cove and you know. not at your house. Today, the 23rd of July, mark it down. Them
Yes.
same one are gonna come back at your feet. And
Yes.
when they come to you,
Yes.
pour out love and support for them. Fill
Yes.
them cup if you can and make it
Yes.
overflow. Kill them with love. Kill them with
Yes.
blessings. Trust
Yes.
me, because you're one gonna come tenfold. The same one that
Yes.
criticize you and tell you and take advantage of you and your kids, they're gonna come right back
Yes.
to you. And
Yes.
all you have to do with them when they come, just bless them up, man. Because your blessing will
Yes.
come big time.
Because even my baby brother that criticize me and tell me that I must join my line at the Go Go Club. But I
Eh,
choose to join the line on new machine and a file and take the
no
hills.
machine on file. Yeah.
Yes, and new machine and a file and take the hills. I get a lot of calls from young man. Some of offer me choose not to. I choose not to. I choose to go to the hills because I have it in my mind to achieve my
Mhm.
goals.
Yeah.
And it was just only one young man who caught my attention. He's living here with me now. We
Hmm.
don't have life easy. Sometimes you have days when I think that we'd have over and done with this relationship when I would have packed my bags and said that I'm running away from the situation.
Hmm.
I have to stick around. And when
Hmm.
all these my name is going around, I called my baby father. I think it was yesterday, and I said that I know that you don't use phone and anything, but let somebody look up for you, the lady that asking for the donkey. He said to
Hmm.
me that I will call you. I said, yes, man, do that. Just tell the person to look up for the lady that asking for the donkey and call me.
Hmm.
He doesn't call me, but I'm waiting on his call. But it wasn't easy.
Yeah.
Whatever time I pick up my phone to call him to ask him for money, he would have sent me where my dead mother is. He would have sent me where my father cannot provide. He would have sent me where I don't think I have to go all those places. I won't say it on this
Mm.
program, but it wasn't no good words that he's using. So sometimes my son would have said to me, Mommy, why you even bother call? You know exactly what you're
What about
going to
him, man?
get.
What about him? Me guarantee you. Me
I
guarantee you.
even went to the I even went to the Black River courts office to quote a summons. And people have heard me talk about handbag court. The summons stuck in my handbag because I can't find it to serve it.
Look here. Let him be, man. Let him be. Just continue
Yes,
focus. You see, there are certain things that you see, you have a desire now. The key ingredient in all of this is your desire to become the best
yes,
version of you. You want that.
yes,
Nobody can want that for you. For him, money and child support and all that. Let that be. Make him conscience, be him guide. He must see him kids them, He's going to see those
yes,
kids at some point, and he's going to
yes,
say to himself, and the kids are smart enough to know, if daddy cares or
yes,
if daddy contribute to their success in life. The kids are smart enough to
yes,
know that. You know, your
yes,
your your desire and the drive that you possess now is the key that will unlock your future. We need to point you in the right direction. One of the things I like about you, you doesn't seem to be the type of person who wants to sit and just open your hands and allow people to come and donate and give it to you. You want to do stuff for yourself, and I think that is just remarkable. So we need to fuel that. We need to find ways to fuel that. We need to find ways to expand what you currently have so you can make more
yes,
money. I remember what you said, You say you don't need no car because the donkey, you can work and buy a
yes,
car when you want a car. Never forget that.
yes,
I put that in the back of my head. Because the average Jamaican you talk to who in certain situations they're looking for government to come and do everything for them. You never said that. You asked
no, I don't.
specifically for what you want, you know.
No, I don't want these things. I just know that if anything is gonna happen to me and the Lord said it's supposed to happen, He's gonna let it happen. And if it's to
Yes.
took my life, it's gonna take my life. If it's not to hurt me, but only to strengthen me, the Lord will let it happen. So
Yeah.
I just always look at things last as the Lord way of teaching me a lesson or burning me to come the pure goal that I supposed to be. because
So you
I
never
remember.
get any of the land over Holland side where they were issuing out lands for farming. You don't have
At the
access to
time
any
when
of
they
those.
no, I don't have any access to any of those lands, but because the reason why I don't have any access to those lands, I would have to have a vehicle to travel back and forth, and then that's where the road condition comes in. I don't have the road to flow me easy out of this district and flow me easy
Mhm.
back into this district. So
Mhm.
that's where I did not consider a vehicle, and I did not consider to have a vehicle because
Mhm.
I have been the blacks and the checks in my community where I live, and I see
Mhm.
that persons who
Yeah, remarkable woman indeed. Donna Sims. Um yeah, if you need a contact number for her, just touch base with me afterwards and I'll ask her permission before, and I'll I'll hook you up with her. Is that what? Keita? Yeah, I'll hook you up with her. I'll give you her contact info. I'll ask her permission and I'll pass your contact information. If you have a WhatsApp number, just pass it on to me and I'll pass it on to her or whichever way. But I'll make contact with her so you can make whatever arrangement you want to make. I know there are other persons. There's a gentleman here, Andrew Williams, a very good friend of ours. He says he's gonna give you 100 chicken and six
okay,
bags of feeding. So there you go. That's. I know Andrew very well, so I can touch base with him and I'll get that organized for you. Um,
okay,
Alexandra Schrock is one of our foundation members here on Chopping Block, and he's also wanting to get your contact information so she can touch base with you. And uh, so there's persons out here who wants to help you, and they want to help you to grow so you can bless others because
yes,
there's a lot of persons out there who have similar needs, and I think you're going to be a beacon of hope for
yes.
a lot of those persons.
It's because in my district I see a lot of children here. Sometimes they don't attend school. I would want to help them, but I can't. I don't have
Yeah.
enough to school my children to school them. And I see parents here that are barely hanging on. Some of them are in one room with three children,
Yeah.
father and yourself. So it's not easy. And I would want to give them a helping hand, but I don't have much to give. So I only can give them a word of encouragement each time I pass
Hmm.
them by. I can't do
Hmm.
nothing much. I pray and ask God that I serve all the time to strengthen me in areas that I can even send them to somebody to get help, or I can able to do something for them that no one never see the way or the means to do it. I just don't want everything flushy for myself. All I tell myself that I would just want a comfortable house to sleep into and a nice bed to sleep at night. And tomorrow morning I wake up like everybody else and have a nice job to go to. With my
Yeah.
head full of education, wisdom, and understanding,
We
health,
can
and
start. It's
strength.
not too late. It's not too late, Dion. There's programs out there, I guarantee you. And we're gonna point you in the right direction. We're gonna send the persons to you who will walk you through the process to get you to where you need to be. Because a lot of people believe, that Jamaica don't have social programs. And I think this is a classic example of showing persons that we do have social programs that can bring people like you up to par where you become functional and you can assist your kids with their homework, man. That's just basic. And we take these things for
Yes,
granted and we don't realize that there are persons out there who really and truly, we'll get some things situated for her. Colleen, um, yeah, she's very ambitious, Colleen. Ambitious is an understatement. It doesn't get more powerful than this. And your story as uh yeah, it's a very powerful story, and we want to make sure that you get the necessary help you need one of the things I'm committed to do is to make sure that by tomorrow is Monday, we'll find whomever we need to find, and we will get you um, in a program that will get your education up to where it
Okay.
needs to be. It's not gonna happen overnight, Dion, but
I
you
know.
have the
I
drive.
know.
You have the drive.
Yes.
That's the key. Um, the support and love is pouring in the comment section here. Lots of persons are asking, so we're gonna find a way how we to coordinate this kind of. I don't know if Pachar wants to coordinate something for us. He's always the greatest coordinator on earth in
Yes.
terms of getting Dion's number and sort of coordinate this thing so she can maximize on the support that is coming through for her. But Dion, you tell me something. Do you have a bank account?
Yes and no,
Yes
because
and no.
the bank account I have is my son own, so I
Okay.
use it, but I don't really like to.
Okay, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I understand. You don't have to
Yes.
spell that one
So
out. We understand how that one can work. But we'll find a way. We have to find a way to create something that you can get some assistance and that you can have control of what's happening around you. Um, this whole highlight given to you by the Prime Minister and your member of Parliament and yourself um,
yes,
is going to bring a lot of positive energy to you. It will bring some negative too, eh? But I'm quite
yes,
certain that
I
you're capable of handling it. You're capable of, um,
yes.
managing the negative comments and the negative um, backlash that will come sometimes. So far, right here, it's a bundle of joy. Everybody's just excited
Well,
about your.
as I can see to the critics, I am the body who holds the heart, so I know exactly what I
Yes,
am feeling. Yes, I am the body
yes,
who holds the heart. I know exactly what I am feeling. So there is
yes.
nothing else I want to say to make me feel worse than how I felt when I have my
Mhm.
first child and I look and I see that this child is all mine. I don't have anyone to run to than my mother. And sometimes it's not easy with even my mother because she did expect so much way more than a child from me. She did expect
Mhm.
that I could even go to school, be what I wanted to be, but my first childhood teenage pregnancy kind of then put a dent in that area. And then
Mhm.
I go and I do the same thing because I didn't raise up in the way that I think about to say, okay, I need to go out and work. So I would say my three boys teach me a valuable lesson. Are the two boys that I have, the two earlier boys that teach me a valuable lesson. That no matter what the cost, somebody's gonna give you $10. You can
Mhm.
suppose you can provide a 20 for yourself or five.
Yeah.
So that
Mhm.
will be the additional at 15 or the additional at 30. So you must always look up, not down. So no matter what the cost they are doing, no matter the critics, I just will use them as I said as compost to grow stronger.
But
And
Diane, the way you speak, nobody could never. If you never tell me that you weren't, you didn't have the certain level of education, I couldn't believe that the way you speak.
okay, okay.
I mean, you sound pretty intelligent if you ask me. So can you
Yes.
imagine with some education to back that up? You're gonna be a superstar very soon.
Yes.
Yeah,
I will see.
yeah. So we're looking forward to that. We're looking forward to getting your heart now offers up to a first degree, I believe. Free of cost,
Okay.
Free of cost. Free of cost. And there's a heart in almost every nook and cranny. So we're gonna find where we need to find and who we need to find and what we need to do. And we're gonna bring that information to you and we're gonna get you connected to a
Yes.
program. Because we cannot just we want to cater to the kids, we want the kids to be taken care of, but the kids the kids will get taken care of when the mother is good, when the father is good. In your
Yes.
situation, it's just you there. But once you are situated, And you're going to make sure that your kids are associate degree. Yes, thank you for the correction there, Patroy. So Heart now gives you up to an associate degree. And can I say
Yes.
something to you? What I just discovered recently, that there were several persons who went to Heart. Listen to this, there.
Yes.
When they got to
Yes.
Heart, they couldn't read and write. Zero.
Okay.
They were at the level of a Jamal situation, right? And they went in
Yes.
as Jamal student because Heart now carries the Jamal program, the lifelong learning program, right?
Yes, I
And
went
did
to the
you?
Jamal school.
Huh?
Yes, I go to Jamal. Yes, I go to the Jamal school on behalf of a man in Chilani. He came to a dead yard, and when I spoke with him, he said that you're very intelligent. And I told him, and I turned to him and I said that I cannot read. He said, don't tell anyone that because you spoke very intelligent. I am going to send you back to the Jamal school. But he only found the first year. But when I
Mhm.
have to stop going to the school
Well. Let
and
me tell you
then
something, man. It is a free program. Government pays for it, and in your case, there are incentive and initiatives out there to finance
yes,
the other aspect of it. That, for example, the transportation and there is incentive out there. A whole heap of boy, I share about them
yes,
hand make the government pay for them to go to school and pay them when them go to school. Right? I mean, there's no reason why you can't get the same
yes,
treatment. You get it. Trust and believe. There's programs out there for it. I know there are programs and I know there are incentives and initiatives out there. And we're going to find them starting tomorrow morning. We're going to find them. We're going to point you in the right direction and we're going to get you situated. And we're not going to do this without your member of parliament. Your member of parliament plays an integral role in this because you're living
yes,
in J.C. Hutchinson's constituency. He has
yes,
the power to do a lot of stuff that will change your life. So we're gonna call on him tomorrow. We're gonna call on his office to do whatever letter that they need to do to reach out to whomever they need to reach out to and to provide whatever
yes,
assistance from his office
yes,
that you can get. I know he's doing a lot for you, but listen to me
yes,
carefully. You see all that defeatherer, all that spray pan, donkey,
yes,
everything. The most
yes,
important thing that anybody can give you today is a good, solid education. None of
yes,
that gift is more powerful, more potent, more important than a solid educational background. And you will never feel complete until you get it. It doesn't matter how much money you have. You will never
yes,
feel complete until you know that when your kids take home their homework, as a proud mother, you can assist them. When you
yes,
can go out there and function in a space, read, write, draft letters, communicate,
yes.
you're going to feel different. And that
Yes,
is a gift
because
that I believe.
even
Yes.
Friday, somebody made me feel belittled. Yes, I didn't feel that much belittled, but just a little.
Mm,
I go into the movie and somebody blessed me with $20,000. I didn't have food in my house. I didn't have anything to give to my baby, and I was just there talking to God. That God, I don't know what I'm gonna give this child after when I receive my donkey and everything. I don't know what I'm gonna spend. I don't know where I'm gonna turn to give them something in the morning. And this lady just called me out of the blues. I was raking the yard and phone started to ring and my son run bring it to me and she said, listen to me. I want you to give me your name and your address. I want to bless you with something this morning. I don't know if
mhm,
she's watching, but I just want to tell her thanks. And she had blessed me with enough that I could go to the supermarket and even have my Sunday dinner tonight out of it. I was so happy that God answered my plight at that time.
mhm,
And I was so happy when my Prime Minister still answered my plight on that same day. And that's when I realized that God is really working in my favor and my children's lives.
mhm,
So at the time, as I am saying that I didn't have it. I didn't know where it's gonna come from, but out of the blue she
mhm. Yeah. So So Shelly is telling us about the heart program there. Yeah, Shelly, you can. Yeah, go
When
ahead, Misty.
I reached at the place and asked the first lady, I said to her that, can you sign the paper for me? She said that no, I can't do it. And I'm saying that why so much attitude? And I go up to the other lady and I said, Miss, I cannot read to sign up the form. So I would really ask you to sign this form for me to collect a little change that somebody blessed me with. She said, no
Mm-mm.
problem, I will. She said, no problem, I will. And she started to sign the paper, but it was her time to go up to the desk. It was her time to sign.
Mm-hmm. People understand these things. I don't know if you guys understand these things. You see, they say no donkey, no car, no bus, no spray pan, no nothing can't suffice. Will not be as important to her as getting her functionally literate. That is going to be the gift of life. No matter how much spray pan we give our Bridget. I'm not discounting those things, but those things are very important. It fixed the problem right there now because she's able to do some things with it. But we have to take it a step further, giving her something that will take her through. Mhm. It takes a lot of courage to step up and say these things because a lot of people live with those sort of deficiencies, and some people die with it and then leave this earth and they never had a chance to get educated. You know, there are some situations now where kids are leaving school and they're functionally illiterate. She says she can't fill the form. She had to ask somebody to fill it out for her. These are not things to take for granted. But the good thing is she can be assisted and she will be assisted. She'll be assisted. I think this is a classic case for us to take under our wings and fix it properly. Not piecemeal, partial fixing. We need to fix her situation. We need to fix it properly. We need to ensure that she's grounded. We need to ensure that when we come back to Dion in another 2 years from now, 24 months from now, it will be a different Dion. A different Dion in her economic situation, a different Dion in her academic situation, her social space. And we can do it. We can do it. If no, if we can do it. There are so many persons on here who are saying, look, I am ready to take this on and to push it. And I say to you guys, let's do it. Um, wow, tough. But you're brave, Dion, and you're strong, you're powerful. You're a strong woman. The strong to push the barrow. Me
Thank
laugh
you.
every time you hear you say, Mr. Prime Minister, me a push ya, him a push and me a haul. Because you're very humorous, You're very funny, You make people laugh. Like, you make the
I
Prime Minister
actually
laugh from ear back to ear front. What part ear back there? Ear front there.
we're the back of the ear and this is the front.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you make
yeah,
the Prime Minister laugh from ear back to ear front. You're very
yeah.
humorous. You're very funny, in how you speak and your delivery. And
Yes.
it bring a smile to people's face. That's why when you ask me the donkey first, everybody laugh. I think a joke you're making.
Yeah, so we got to understand that people said that I thought it was a joke, but it
Yes,
wasn't a joke.
yes.
Because it is not easy for me as a mother to carry 30 bags
Yeah.
of chicken feed in one day. It's not easy. It's
Mhm.
not easy. It's not
And see, I will
easy.
get another 100 chicken. A gentleman just offer to give you 100 chicken and 6 bag of feed. You
Yes,
know,
thank you very
and I
much.
know he'll give it to you. I know him
Yes,
personally, so I'll go ring him up for it tomorrow. So come on, man, let's head. A matter of fact, I'll take him up to St. Elizabeth. We can go up there and go
yes,
look and see what's happening there. But you are going to be in a better space. 24 months from now, we should be able to look back at this conversation and say, this is where we started. Um, Mario Hall, 30 by 50 pound. I don't know what that means. Oh my God, 30. Oh, yeah. 50 bags, 50 bags, yeah, 50 pound each. It's a lot. And we saw that on the wheelbarrow the other day when she was pushing up the hill. Um, yeah, yeah. Yeah, there is. Yes, Pachar. I know when you come through big enough. I know you will come through big for her, man. These are your type of stuff. Colleen, I know you will. And all the folks from over the Z. um, yeah, it's a touching story, and the good thing about it, it's not one of those things where somebody's here sitting with their hands out. This lady wants to work. She wants an environment to be created so she can earn. It's not just to get a check or to get an envelope. She wants opportunities. And I think we owe it to ourselves and to her to find some creative ways. The thing is, I'm definitely going to liaise with MP Hutchinson to see whatever can be done from his office to sort of guide the process where the education is concerned. I know his office can pilot that part of it. Um, the other social intervention areas you guys want to do, I don't know who's gonna, but we'll put something together. We'll put something together and we'll find a way out. But always, folks, beneath these stories, when you see the fluff on the outside, there's always the meat is beneath what we see. Because I don't know if a lot of persons knew. I'm wondering if the prime minister was aware that Dion had these challenges, and probably they knew, and they were probably working behind the scene to deal with it. Probably, we don't know. Um, they probably knew, but I was caught totally sort of off guard with that is concerned. I really didn't know that because listening to her, you just wouldn't know. But she's brave, she's courageous, and she's gonna be great. She's gonna do well. She's gonna be great. Bridget, I see you in the house. You're in the building. Bridget is here. Miss Lorraine Green Mason, I hope you will forgive me, my dear. We wanted to bring Miss Lorraine on to talk about some politics in her neck of the woods, but I know she's understanding. She understands what's happening. Yes, the team will, Patricia and Colleen and others can get together and just reach out to the folks on here who have made some commitment and want to help and see how best you guys can. I'm not the greatest when it comes to that coordination. I can facilitate the environment for stuff to be coordinated. What I will definitely take on is I will definitely go and find to get her situated where the educational part of it is concerned. The other issues that you guys want to take care of in her personal needs and stuff. You have Pachar there, you have Colleen, you have there's another lady who had said she wanted to be a part of that as well. You guys can get together and just reach out to whomever we need to reach out to, and let's get some things cracking for her. It doesn't matter. Sometimes some small contribution, it all adds up, and it can really put a dent. Let's look at her immediate needs, what it is that she need to get her up and running. You can't do for everybody. And sometimes it's best for you to do enough for a single person and get them at a certain level so that they can in turn help others. Because one of the things that I would ask Miss Dion Blake to do is to bless others, to bless others. Just share the blessing. And there are persons who might have dealt with her a particular way in the past. As I've said to her before, just shower them with love, man. Shower them with love. Kill them with love. Make them conscience, make them guy, make them see you. And you hug them and you help them. And if you have, you know, an extra buck here and there and you can give it to them too. Just pass the blessing on to others. Miss Deon, we're not gonna keep you much longer because we know you have things to do, places to go, people to see, and you have work to do, work tomorrow. So
Yes.
there's still 250, about 300 and about 400 persons here watching you. And everybody is, all these people are touched by your story. And there are one individual, Chris David is coming through from, he's coming through from London, from England. Chris, big up yourself, man. Chris is coming through from London, and yes. So you guys get together, man, and whatever you can do to bless this lady and to get her, um, the assistant that she need. Let's do it. From my end, I'm gonna do what I can do, and you know, yeah, Bridget is there as well. Bridget, did you enjoy your show? I don't want to humor it out, but Bridget, what tell you, we have a little inside joke there. Thank you, Oliver. Thank you. We would love to do more of these, more of these sort of story where we dig deeper into the belly of the beast. Yes, Barrington, big up yourself, Mr. Douglas. A lot of blessing to her, man. She deserve every ounce of it. She deserve every ounce of it. She's a hard worker, and she's very courageous. She's very brave, very open and honest individual. The most we can do with people like this, is to help them, push them further, let them go all the way. Miguel, big up yourself. So don't draw out Bridget. I know Bridget and Rashima, two trouble people, Oh boy, but it's good. It's good. The chopping block family is alive and well. Um, you guys have stuck with us for years now, We've been at this. And we're not just all politics and political. Um, these are some of the stories, to be honest with you, that we enjoy more than anything else. Because it doesn't carry a political overtone. It really digs into the heart and soul of people. Thank you, Bridget. Keisha, how you doing? Thank you. Gavish, big up yourself. Mario, big up yourself. Just let's find a way. I'm gonna share her number with some folks who might want to um, speak to her directly, and or go through whatever and set up a little thing so that she can get some benefits and she can get some help. Tomorrow I'm definitely going to step on it and reach out to who I need to reach out to get her in a program. And what we'll do, folks, we will keep the conversation going here. We will come back and we will give a report as to where we are, and because we're not going to be just a talk shop. We come and we talk about this thing and we just move on. No, it started out on a situation where promise made and promise kept, and these promises came through pretty quick. So, Rashima, what's my my opinion on Tanya Oldhouse Stevenson's utterances last night? Why you want to draw me go there, sir? Why you want to take me there, Rashima? What did Tanya say? Remind me, and I'll tell you what my opinion is on that. But yes, folks. So for Miss Dion, we're gonna wrap that with her. We're gonna touch base with her afterwards, and I'm gonna get her permission to share her number with some of these folks on here. Most of you have my number. If you need to touch base with her and get her number, just WhatsApp me, send me a message on WhatsApp, and I'll definitely respond and get her connected with you guys. Um, so we can give some assistance. Yo, this one really it touched every fiber of your being. It digs deep. Valrose, my darling, how are you? Yes, it does. It does give a different light because I don't know if everybody knew that she was, that's where she was educationally. And that's a big deal, man. I mean, you send your kids to somebody's house for them to assist your child with them homework and instead they have them doing the work and chores around the house. It's kind of painful. And you send them there not because you want to, you send them there because you really and truly just couldn't help them. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. When you find the courage to come out and to talk about it openly, then that's even deeper, you know. Um, yeah, but thank you, Andrew. Andrew promised to give her 100 chicken. That's great, Sir Williams. Um, we're gonna call upon you and see when we can make some arrangement for her to get that. And that's the good thing about it, giving her a fish, other than to give giving her the opportunity to fish, than to give her a fish. Uh, if poverty is not a disgrace, thief isn't crime. As old people say, yeah. Um, you know, but thank you all, folks. Thank you all so much for sticking and staying with us and for you know sharing the story with us and for you know interacting with Miss Dion. We're gonna touch base with her and get the information coordinated. I think between Patroy, Colleen, and well, whomever else, Gravish. There is Chris from London. And some other folks here. There is my good friend from over there in Atlanta, Big Steve. These are people who wants to help, so we should definitely jump in on them. But Rashima, your question now, Rashima, where are you? Come on, Rashima. Let me take a break and come back. When we come back, we can talk about Sumfest, and I'll tell you what my views are on some of the comment. You're talking about the comment that says time come. I'll come back and tell you what time come really mean in the context of Tanya Stevens. I'll come back and tell you what Andrew Holiness mean in the context of Marianne Hall. Stick and stay. I'm coming right back.
We'd like to invite you to come back. Back to playful. Back to adventurous. Back to back to the little things that can have a big impact. It's time. Come back to the way you always imagined it. In Jamaica.
All right. So thank you for sticking and staying with us. So Dion, I got a few WhatsApp here with some folks asking me for your number. I'm gonna WhatsApp it to them so that they'll reach out to you directly as well. All right. My son just texted me. He's watching us from North Carolina. Oh, look at that. So beautiful. Yes. So Dion, you're back. Good. All right. So we're gonna wrap it up with you, Dan. So you have the last word. A lot of folks are on here. 200,
Yes.
about 400 of them watching, and they're all excited. They're all moved and inspired by your story. A lot of them want to
Yes.
help as well. So I have your number. Because I don't know if you want to just put your number out there in the public like that. It might not be the safest and the best thing to do. So I'll send your number on to them and they'll reach out to you and they'll make the coordination for whatever assistance that can reach you will reach you. But you have inspired us. You made us laugh when you asked for a donkey. You made me laugh when you say your husband a push and you a pull. You made me laugh again. But you also made me feel tight inside because of your circumstances. However, it has inspired us and we're going to do whatever we have to do to change it. We're not going to kick the can down the road. We're going to change it. We're going to set some targets and we're going to hope that we can achieve them within a certain time frame. And we want to know that when we come back here, Dion is going to be literate, can read, can function, and will be able to help her little ones. All right?
Yes.
So you have the last word. There are a lot of folks here. If you want to say something to them, go right ahead. And guess what? Your Prime Minister is watching too, and your Member of Parliament is watching.
Okay, and I'm very happy for Prosperity. And Prosperity, I could say that he's happy for me too as his owner. And I just want to say for the people of Cornwall that live on the road that the lady is asking for the donkey, give us the prosperity that we need to lead us up the hill.
Bridget, you know, easy at all.
Because I am labor and labor is labor. And I always be laboring for what I want. Because if I did not run and labor for my Prime Minister visit him that day and
hold on, Dan. You're breaking off there. Hold on a second. Bridget, you know, easy. You want Dan to come. You want Dan to bring the donkey to conference. Oh, God. Yeah. I think we can share it here because this chat is also open too. I don't know. Well, I'll ask her permission if she wants to share the number here. I don't know. Sometimes, you know, people number sharing in public space is not the best idea. But I'm gonna share the number here. And Colleen, you can share her number. Let me ask her when she come back if it's okay to share it in the space here. No donkey at conference. Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea, but you know. But I'll send it to you. Folks, just WhatsApp me. You have my number out there in the public space already. Just WhatsApp me and I'll send the number to you immediately. All right? I think that's the best thing to do. I don't to just share her number out in the open space. It might not be the best thing to do, right? Yes. So you're saying, Dion, you're giving thanks for prosperity and all that good stuff.
Yes, giving thanks for prosperity and giving thanks to my Prime Minister and reminding my MP to please to keep up to his good that he had promised us in this district, leading to prosperity. And I will.
Yes, so you have to help him, you know. You have to help your MP, you know. You have to help your MP. You have to help him to help others too, you know.
Yes.
Because go ahead.
I will continue to be the person that I am, stay truthful and loyal to each other. That as long as they cross my path.
Yes. You see, you're gonna have to help your member of parliament, you know, and it's not we're not even going down the political road, really. But you have to understand that what you just did, you have brought attention to your community. You have highlighted your community in a very positive way too. And there are things that are happening now in your community that is not just beneficial to you, Dion. is benefiting your entire community. And, sometimes they say, the stone that the builder refused become the head cornerstone. You might have looked upon yourself as being uneducated and not the brightest in the bunch. But some of the brightest in the bunch have not been able to impact the community as much as you just did. So just put that in the back of your head too, that irrespective of the fact that you're not a Harvard graduate or a University of the West Indies graduate, but
Yes, I could give
you,
thanks to the Lord for that one. Yes, the Lord.
yes, but you impact the community just as much as those with that level of education could have done. As a matter of fact, you have impacted the community more. So I'm saying to you, work with your member of parliament to help him now, to encourage him to do some stuff that you think that will benefit your community big time. Because you're going to be a future leader in there, I'm telling you that. You're going to be the voice of Cornwall. The whole dry harbor, Cornwall, Paradise, all of that area is going to be you one day. Because when you get that education that you want now, and with your level of street smart now, with your level of with the way you speak now, and you're very street smart, and the hard work that you always put in, when you back that up with some education, you're going to be a force to be reckoned with. So, again, take care of yourself. And I will share your number with all the persons. Yeah. So I'm going to share the number, guys. You have my number. So just WhatsApp me and or message me, and I'll send her number to you. You can reach out to her so we can get the ball rolling. Duke Sharp, big up yourself, man. It's been a while. O'Neill Walker, enough respect to you, O'Neill. Oh, you're in Washington, O'Neill. Good. Big up yourself. Yes, Bridget, thanks to J.C. Hutchinson and the Prime Minister, Andrew Michael Holness, and the team for assisting Deon. All right, Deon, so thank you again for coming on. Thank you for sharing your story with us. We are hoping that we can do a follow-up. A good friend of mine in another media house is asking me to give him your number as well. So I'm going to get permission from you and to share it with you. But your story is powerful. And your story is going to be an inspiration. Start inspire people yet. Wait until when you come back here and you're at a different level.
Yes.
Then you're going to see the inspiration. But we thank you for sharing. We thank you for your courage. We thank you for your hard work. Stick by your kids just the same. Be dedicated and loyal. Be truthful and be loyal to the people who are loyal to you. Show love to everybody. Even the ones who don't love you. Even the ones who spoke badly of you. Even the ones who treat you bad. Kill them with love. Nothing but love. That is how you're going to reward them, with love. All right? All the best to you.
Okay.
Peace and have a good night. Yeah, man. Take care of prosperity.
Yes, I will.
And one of your friends here say you should bring prosperity to conference in November. All right.
Tell him to buy prosperity material. I will take him all the way.
All right. You hear that, Bridget? You say you must buy prosperity out of the outfit, and she will take prosperity to conference. Take care of yourself, Dion. All the best to you, okay? We'll be in touch.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Good. So there you have it, folks. That was Dion Blake. She's the lady who asked for a simple gift to help her, just a donkey. And that gift has evolved in she getting a lot of other assistance through government and otherwise. Matter of fact, it has highlighted her community. And the roadway into her community is now going to get some attention and all that good stuff. But let me address the elephant in the room. Rashima, what you say? let's address Muma Cow. Who is Muma Cow? Let me talk. Why you don't come on live? Boy, Lorraine, we're gonna have to bring Lorraine back next week exclusively. We're gonna do a promo for that. We have to bring Lorraine exclusively next week to talk about her division and what she has done and what she intends to do because she is vying for one of the divisions down in Central Clarendon. She's a very hard worker. As a matter of fact, I listened to her on a particular radio show the other day, and she spoke about some of the well, let me not say, but she spoke about some of the issues that face the community. And she was talking about some economics and how prices have changed and all that good stuff. We're gonna bring her back next week, exclusive for the hour. Lorraine Green Mason. We're gonna bring her in for the hour next week. Um, Val Rose, Tanya said time come. Tanya said time come. Time come for what? Well, we don't want to say it. Well, probably, Bridget, you want to come live? We can make you say, 'cause you know, me not really got a woman route there in a certain things. Cause me don't want to tell us a time come to change your wig. Me can't say that. Me can only say Bridget say. So Bridget said time come to change your wig. Time come for again. Time, Rashima tell her time come to dash the map wig. So me ask you something, Rashima and Bridget. Uno no feel so no cuss. Uno feel like say uno cuss um Lady Saw and Marian Hall and Tanya Stevens enough. Rashima, you know, sleep from morning. From the What Sumfest last night, you cussed the woman, and tonight now, you want me to join you in cussing out the woman. Me no cuss woman. Me no cuss woman, you know. Me can't cuss woman. In my genes, it's not a part of my DNA. Me love women. Me can't cuss women. Me can't cuss her, man. She did well. Then disrespect a PM. What she said? What she said? She said time come. Well, you don't know what she mean when she said time come. She could have said time come for golden packing in the towel. Probably that's what she's saying, you know. Probably she's saying that time come for Mr. Golden to offer his resignation and take away himself. Probably that's what she's talking about, Valrose. We don't know. and, and Bridget, you claim say the PNP them have me weak. That is so funny. Oh my God. Oh boy. Anyhow, the show was what it was. I don't think it was I wasn't impressed with the lineup um for Friday night. Saturday night was a little bit better. But I think we can do better with the festivals. When you look at what happened in other countries, in Europe, you have Summer Jam um, in Cologne, Germany, and that has done so well. And we are struggling to put on a reggae show in Jamaica. We're not finding the best of the best artists. I don't know. Wasn't impressed with it at all, Alexandra. Wasn't impressed with it at all. But it is what it is. It's our festival, our show. We should have supported. Valrose, time come for she take we herself. Time come for she come what? Time come for she come off of the people them nice clean stage. Oh God, she sang the song, Mr. PM, from 16 years ago. Okay. Wow. That one sweet me Joan Millis. Sharon Davis. Time come for Shiwa. Got mad house. You see, time come for a whole heap of things. Minister Hall was feeling nice on stage. She start to rhyme with the Prime Minister name. But I don't think Lady Saw did her homework and recognized, oh shoot, I'm in Montego Bay. I'm in St. James. I'm in Montego Bay, which every single constituency in Montego Bay is owned by the Jamaica Labour Party. Not owned, but um is a Jamaica Labour Party constituency. And chances are an anti-Anjihonist conversation might not be a good, might not be well received. So I think the calculation was poor. Uh, Kevin Smith, time come to stop get paid to talk foolishness. Time come for what again? They're killing reggae slowly. You're correct, Shelley. You're correct. I had that discussion with Bobby Chin the other day, and it was the same thing I was talking about. That the music, that dancehall is dying. Well, dancehall is all about dead already, but they're now slowly going after reggae too, you know. But anyway, folks, we've been on since 8 o'clock, since 7:30. It's now 10:08 in the PM. It was a pleasure bringing Dion's story to you. Next week, we can announce it from now. Lorraine Green Mason is going to be on to tell her political story and to tell us why is it that she wants to serve. Why is it that she's so hungry to serve? Because not a lot of people go into politics for the right reason. I believe that this lady is entering the political space for the right reason. And her story is going to be next week, live. Same time, same place. Shanette McGrath, I hope you will be here. Shelly, I hope you'll be here. Jean, Joan, I hope you'll be here. Alex, make sure you're here, man. Alex is in London, I think. Carl Muir, big up yourself. Kenroy Thomas, good to see you, sir. Marcia Lewis, Bridget Watson, as always, my dear. Good to have you in the house. Colleen Williams, Patroy, for looking out for us, for producing, for making sure that we stay live. Dave Cameron, big up yourself. Jean Powell, big up yourself. Good to see you. Kevin Smith again. And Val Rose, my darling, good to see you on. You take some time off work to come on, hang with us on the chopping block. Alexandra Schrock, boy, you've been around with us for a while, brethren. Much respect, much love. Thank you for your support. You've been with us from 2016, 2015. Rashima, big up yourself. Make sure you go to the next show that Marian Hall will make sure you go to the next show that Marian will be on. Because when she say, come kiss, 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 kiss. Take a kiss out of this. Oh boy, Selvin Thompson, big up yourself, my brother. Sharon Davis, good to see you as well. Delroy Walker, blessed love, enough respect to you. Angela Wilson, Barbara Bailey, all you guys. Oliver Williams, big up yourself. And all you folks, good to have you on. We're going to see you next week, same time, same place. Barrington Douglas from Florida, big up yourself. Phil Gale, big up yourself, big up yourself, big up yourself. Melanie, good to see you as well. You have yourself a wonderful evening, folks. It was a pleasure having this little chit-chat with you and bringing the story of Miss Dion Blake to light. We've discovered a lot about her, and we're hopeful that we'll be able to help her to fix some of it. Kuya man, big up yourself. Enough respect to you. Charles Douglas, enough respect to you. Good night, folks. Peace, and I am out. I'm gonna keep this live open so you guys can keep the conversation going.